channel. This is your girl Sean. I'm back for another video. In this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a letter that was sent to me from one of you. Before I get into all of that, if you like dating advice, lifestyle content, commentary, fashion, you'll definitely enjoy my channel. So go ahead and subscribe. And while you're at it, hit that little bell. That way you'll be notified every single time I upload a video. Become part of the notification gang. And also, in case you don't know, I'm actually the author of 3 books. The first one's called The Dating Game: How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. My second book, Breaking the Man Code: The Key to Unlocking His Heart. And my third book, Getting Unstuck: How to Create the Life You've Always Wanted to Live. They're all available on Amazon, Kindle, BarnesandNoble.com. And if you want to work with me as your personal life and dating coach, or if you'd like to submit a letter for a chance to possibly have it featured in an upcoming video, send me an email to itscoachshawn@gmail.com. That's itscoachshawn, SHAWN @gmail.com. All right, so now without any further ado, let's go get him. Hi, Coach Sean. I'm writing you hoping that you will give me some good advice. I'm currently in a situationship/relationship with a guy who is 34 years old and who has a full-time job but still lives with his mother and his siblings. I'm 32 with a 9-year-old son, and I have a part-time job that takes care of my son. I met this guy on Plenty of Fish dating site in late 2018. I've been seeing him for a year and a half now. He lives 2 hours away from me, and every day we video chat and we talk on WhatsApp. He drives down every weekend to spend time with me, and some weekdays. He sleeps here, eats. He also showers at my place. To cut the long story short, he lied to me about his first name for the first 10 months of our relationship. I was gutted when I was with him and his sister drove past his car and called and said, "Mark, who is that in your car?" By the way, he told me his name was Michael. He introduced me to his family after apologizing and promising that he would never lie to me again. His mother didn't seem that bothered when he introduced me to her. Now, he told me early on in our relationship that she rarely talks and she's a very quiet person. Over the months, he would make so many promises, such as traveling overseas for my 31st and 32nd birthday, but it never happened. I'll be making plans to go away with him for the weekend, and he would just lie to me and tell me that he doesn't have enough money to pay for his ticket. He would also tell me that, just to wait for about a month or two, but then when the time would come, he'd always come up with another excuse for why he couldn't come with me on the trip. But he has money for designer clothes and also to buy another car. I feel betrayed and used. I opened up to him, introduced him to my family and my friends, and all the time he's been lying to me about his name and making plans that he always falls through on. He wants me to marry him, but I refuse to because I really don't trust him anymore. And he's Muslim and I'm Christian. His friends taught him their religion. Mark and his family are actually Christians. He would act as if he would convert to Christianity by attending church with me. He would also say anything to make me stay in the relationship. His true colors came through when I asked for money to help with my child's school dinners. His response to me was, "Is he my son?" Wow. When he said that, I was shocked and angry with myself for allowing this immature, horrible guy to continue to trick me into believing he was really into me when it was clear that he wasn't. When he seemed fine with my baby. Whenever I ask for financial help, he switches from nice guy, and then he always refuses to help. But he is very quick to give financial help to his friends, but when it's me, it's, "Oh, you have to wait to the end of the month." This year, I graduated with a degree in health and social care management. Mark has no plans for the future in any way to better his life. I have a lot of goals and aspirations that I'm working really hard towards. I tried breaking up with him multiple times, but a day later he would always pour out his heart to me, telling me that he wants to treat me better and that he wants to get married next year. I can't see myself being married to him. I refuse to marry a non-Christian. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on what I should do. There's a lot that I want to talk about with your particular letter, but I'm really curious about the timeline. You said you met him on Plenty of Fish in 2018, and then you also said that he eats, sleeps, and showers at your place, and that he comes down every weekend, sometimes even weekdays. How soon after meeting this man did you let him get that comfortable eating and sleeping and showering at your place? Did he ever have a hotel? And then you also didn't talk about, were you intimate with this man? All these details that you left out were key details that would determine or help me to determine exactly why he's behaving this way. If you did too much for him too soon, that's the quickest way to make a man get lazy and to make a man stop wooing you, is when you do too much. Was he taking you out on dates, or did you automatically get all comfortable and you're cooking and cleaning and you're trying to show him that you could be a good little wife? I don't care if I got a kid or not. Take me out on dates. What does the fact that I have a child have to do with the fact that you're still supposed to be wooing me? Now, if you're talking about casually dating and you're talking about this is just, light and fluffy and all of that, that's one thing. Then no, I don't think you should be I don't think you should be volunteering to be too close with your son. But this man is talking about marriage and how much he cares for you. You have to be cautious of a man who acts like you would be perfect if it wasn't for your child, because that kind of person could be dangerous for your child. Who knows how he's making the child feel when you're not around, when he's saying all that in front of you. If he's stingy and cheap as your boyfriend, he's going to be stingy and cheap as your husband. And you sound like you're getting your life together. You say you just got a degree and he has no plans for his future. I think he sees the potential in you and that's why he's hanging around. But I don't think he's ready for the kind of life that you're ready for. He wants to spend his money on designer things and giving money to his random no good friends and having no plans for the future. And here you are focused. I don't know what it is about a woman who's got her life together, who always feels like she can take on a project. A man should be your partner and not your project. He's going to be some work. He's stingy. He's cheap with you. He's not fully embracing your son. He's irresponsible, has no plans for the future. So what do you want with him? This man lied to you about who he is, not just literally, but figuratively. There is no depth to this man. You always have to be cautious in a man who acts like you having a child is a problem. Oh, you would be perfect, but you got the child. My kid is here now. Either you embrace all of us or you got to go. A man should always know that your kid comes first. When he said that, that should have been it for him. You shouldn't even be writing me after this man told you he's not my kid, but he wants to be your husband? He's talking about marriage? What does he think marriage with you would look like? Your kid's going to be there. There's going to be times where he's going to have to step in. There's going to be times where he's going to have to help financially. If he won't do it as your boyfriend, he will not do it as your husband. Take these warning signs and go. Stop expecting him to change. When the sister called back and told his real name and said, "Who was that in your car?" that means he didn't tell anybody that he's dating you. He was fine keeping you a little secret. And he was fine with, that's why he gave you this fake name. Nobody was ever supposed to know about you, but you put that pressure on him by saying, what is all of this? And you pressured him into meeting his family and his friends. And then the mom was acting all unbothered with you. All of these are signs. You're ignoring too many red signs. You were ignoring the red signs for so long, it's starting to turn purple. This man was not interested in a real relationship. I don't care what he said out of his mouth. What does his action show? Marriage? What about this man screams he's ready to get married? His lack of a future plan? His lack of interest in getting to know your son? His lying to you about who he actually is, what his name is for almost a year of your relationship? What about this man screams husband potential? When you're dating a man and he acts like your child is a problem, he's a problem. When a man is interested in you, he'll show you that with everything that he has, with his time, with his energy, with his money, with everything that he has. When he's stingy with any of it or all of it, he's not all in. When he's got money but he's cheap with you, nah, you can't be into me. When he's got all the time in the world, doesn't want to spend any of it with you, nah, he's not into me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see these warning signs, that's when you leave. Like, how many red flags do you need? The man lied to you about his name. He was never going to confess. He got caught. So if he can lie to you that casually for so long, ask yourself what else he could possibly be lying about. Why was the sister so shocked that you were riding in his car? Who is this in your car? You've never seen your brother with a girl before, or never seen your brother with this girl before? I feel like you as a single mother, you need to let this guy go because he doesn't seem like the kind of father figure that your son needs. And when you're looking for a man in the future, make sure that he embraces the idea of fatherhood because your child is not going anywhere. You can't just be looking for a man for you when you have a child. He has to embrace it. He has to be more than just fine with the fact that you have a child. And if you marry him, you'd be a fool. Because if he's willing to do all of this as your boyfriend, what do you think would change when he's your husband? You already are on the path to being the kind of woman that you want to be. Don't let this man drag you down. And you still keep waiting to be chosen. This is the definition of what a pick-me is. When a man does all these things that should be deal breakers and you don't go anywhere. You're willing to overlook all these things. Standards just get lower and lower and lower and lower. Whatever it takes to get chosen. That is not what we do. I think the reason why the mother was unbothered when she met you is because she's either met a lot of girls already or she thought he was dating somebody else and she didn't feel like faking the funk with you. That's what I think. And him bracing, talking, my mom's real shy. No, he know his mom is not with his games. She probably told him, bring another girl in here, and he brought you in there anyway. And
so this is Sean from the future. I definitely wanted to say this before I ended this video. I also think a part of what attracts him to you, the writer of the letter, is that you, and this is going to sound strange, but you probably remind him of his mother. You said that you have a 9-year-old son that you've been taking care of. So for almost a decade, you've been responsible. This 34-year-old man who lives with his mom and his siblings, who squanders his money, because clearly she's probably not taking any money for him living there, he has no sense of responsibility. There is a huge incompatibility when it comes to how you all handle money and how you all handle responsibility. And I think what he's drawn to from you is the fact that you're so stable. And he likes that. That reminds him of his mother. I don't think his intentions with regards to marrying you are 100% pure. I think he wants to go from one woman taking care of him to another. And he's trying to find some place where he will feel just as safe, just as taken care of. And that's where you come in. You said he's been showering and eating at your place and all that. You've been taking care of him since the beginning. And it makes him feel like home. You think this is what you want? But eventually, you will get tired of feeling like you have to raise him too. You already have a son and you will have to raise him too. And you cannot raise a man. And I feel like that's exactly what you'd be doing. You have to teach him about being responsible. Teach him about how to run a household. Teach him about how to save his money and not just spend it on designer things for himself. You just finished your degree and you're about to start working in your field. You're about to go from a part-time job to a full-time job. You're going to be busy with the full-time job and your son. And he is going to be no help to you because he has no idea how to put anybody first. The way he was raised is very selfish. He doesn't know how to prioritize a woman. And you're going to eventually resent him for it. And he's going to eventually resent you for making him have to grow up. This man is suffering from Peter Pan syndrome. He does not want to grow up, and he won't. Not for you, not for anyone. Not until he's good and ready.
All right, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to thumbs up if you did. If you want to hear more of my thoughts and opinions on life and love, consider purchasing one of my books. As I said, I've written 3. The first one's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. My second book, Breaking the Man Code, The Key to Unlocking His Heart. And my third book, Getting Unstuck, How to Create the Life You've Always Wanted to Live. They're all available on Amazon, Kindle, BarnesandNoble.com. And if you want to work with me as your personal life and dating coach, or if you'd like to submit a letter for a chance to possibly have it featured in an upcoming video, send me an email to itscoachshawn@gmail.com. That's itscoachshawn, SHAWN @gmail.com. If you like this video, you'll love my last one. I'll be sure to link it for you right here, and be sure to subscribe right here. Till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.